Hey guys, so we're going to keep the content rolling just to get a good head start here. This is going to be the first episode of the series I mentioned in the trailer or the introduction. This is going to be building the binder. I want these to show the progression of my collection. That way, down the line in the future, when I inevitably sell out, if I ever sell out of Yu-Gi-Oh, I can go back and reminisce on what I had and watch the progression of the collection myself. Um, yeah, and I think this will be cool. Um, and I apply some of my weekly budget to buying some cards. Things that I like, things I think will go up in price over time, things that I want to buy for meta relevance, for play, that type of thing. I've recently got a taste for high-end Yu-Gi-Oh cards. As you saw in my, hopefully if you watched my MacMech video, I had some high rarity cards in there. I just got a playset of Ulti Super Polys and a set of Ulti Desires, the Cosmic Cyclones. I have some of the new collector's rares coming in for that. I just recently got the most expensive card I've ever owned off of eBay, which was really cool, great experience. So yeah, I want to have this be maybe not weekly. I'd rather there be something for anybody that's actually watching this for them to actually see something. As of late, what kind of sparked my interest is I put a deposit down on Power of the Evil months ago. Maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, I put a deposit down on a couple of cases. I was thinking about coming back into Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, and time came, Power of the Evil came out, and I went through with it. I finished the deposit on the cases, and opened them up. It was a great time. Got some good. I profited off the cases. It was really good. It was nice to be able to fund Yu-Gi-Oh with Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's really gotten me to a point where I'm passionate about it again, and I want to grow this into something that this binder is valuable. So I've had this binder I think since 2017. It's come and gone. It's been full. It's been there's reminiscence of pages of old organization systems in it, and so I want to get it to a point where I pull it out of my bag, or if someone's over to test, they open it up. It's very nice and it's impressive, right? Let's without further ado, let's get started. The first page here, there it is, center stage. The most expensive card I've ever bought. I just got this in the mail this week. Is Starlight Dark. I got it for a good price on eBay, around $4.50. I think it's very underpriced compared to the other Charmers, especially because it's going to be meta relevant for, honestly, until Blinks get power crept. The dark cards always an archetype. I also have a collection here of Gyarados cards. I bought these in 2016, 2015, somewhere around whenever some of these. I think these are X and Y Gyarados. I've always enjoyed Gyarados as a Pokemon and competitive Pokemon. So, and I always liked Pokemon cards. They always look nice. I have the other secret rare Gyarados coming in the mail. Planning on putting it there, and then debating buying the other full art Mega Gyaradoses to kind of round out the collection. I kind of don't like how the base set Gyarados, it's by no means first edition, it's no means shadowless. This may be a reprint for all I know. I don't know. I just think it looks cool, but I don't like how it compares to the other Gyaradoses. These two guys. So I think I might get the full art Mega Gyaradoses just to put here and have it look nice. But that's not Yu-Gi-Oh related. Can I center this a little bit better? Yeah. So like I said, I'm from Tampa. So this weekend we had TCG Con, and in TCG Con, it's like a yearly thing. I think Pro Play Games hosts some big Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and that type of stuff. At some of these empty slots in the binder, or at least from these first couple pages, there's things that I've traded in. I made a good trade, in my opinion, to get the Super Polys. and the Desires. Got rid of some collector's rares, some random stuff that I had. So on this first page here, we have our Ulti Zeus. I am thinking about upgrading to getting a Starlight and selling and getting rid of the Ulti. The Ulti looks really cool, but honestly, the Starlight, having seen it in person, the Starlight looks fantastic. So I'm thinking about doing this. That probably won't be for a couple months. I don't have a deck that's running Zeus, so don't need to upgrade. We have Gigantics that I've kept from the binder for the case opening. Honestly, they probably don't need to be in the binder, but as we start to collect more high value cards, we can start shifting some of these lower price cards out of the binder. But for now, it's a good card. If I'm at a locals, people may need it. $2-3, good throw in, that type of stuff. A couple Almirages, you never know when you need these. You feel like you don't have them when you need them, and well, they're there. So, like I said, they're not worth money. Things that aren't worth money, we're trying to get out of the binder and replace with good stuff. So, but it takes time. We have extra Super Polys. They're secrets from Raw Mega, the Raw Yellow Pack. Yeah. And also, I want to say there's no organization in this binder anymore. So over the course of this series, obviously, we're probably going to introduce organization and colors and that type of stuff, just to make it look nice. So like right now, I have these. I think these are like Magic the Gathering sleeves. I like how they look with the white and the black. With the cards in tight fit centers or tight fit inner sleeves. I think it's just good. It keeps the cards from moving around, and honestly, I like the white border contrast with the black. But I don't know. You let me know if if I'm tripping about that. Yeah. So I at the TCG Con, we had there was a good vendor there out in Alabama. That came down to Tampa. It's Pink TCG. Worked with them, fantastic. If anybody's in Birmingham, Alabama, or whatever that's watching this, and you guys go to Pink TCG, give them my love because they cut me good deals, got a good conversation going, and it was great. So we picked up Invoke Kaliga for a couple bucks. It's a good card. I think it's a little underutilized, especially with King of the Swamp builds going out of favor in tier elements. It's a very good card, Mystic Mine-esque. Winda's also very good, but Kaliga's a monster. We got a couple Shinobi Necros. I think this is a very underutilized card with the Chaos Ruler package. Set of Swap Frogs, want to move, a couple empty slots. The rest of this stuff is going to start to become, you see what other decks that I may have played. We have a set of Galaxy Cyclones. These don't need to be in the binder. I think I have like 9 of them just sitting on my bookshelf in bulk or whatever. Realistically, I wanted stuff in here as I go to locals again that people may need before the tournament that maybe they're looking for, just really quick things to throw in for like a buck or two. You never know. Find something that's not valuable now that maybe it's valuable later. So I thought that'd be good, but honestly, it's been reprinted so many times. Like who knows? We have our Rose Dragon package. It's really strong, even though it's at 1. Honestly, it'll probably come back if the new ban list comes out and Synchros get pushed heavily, or who knows. Shooting Rider Dragon just because it goes with it. We have our TG for the Scythe plays. Hopefully Scythe gets banned. Our Dagda and our Chaos Ruler, honestly, one of the strongest cards in the game. If this doesn't get banned, I will probably look to upgrade to a secret. Also, I think this would be a really good OTS ulti. I think this is a really good artwork that would really help with that. But I want to upgrade this. I used to have secrets, a couple of them, but honestly, it's a really cool card. Way too strong, but I would like to upgrade that. We have what is this? Cherubi, for adventure spam. We have a random link, Karibo. Hope Harbinger Dragon from what was it? Ghost from the Past. Honestly, this card, I think it's still like a couple, like maybe a buck or two. I might buy this 9 or 12 copies. I bought a playset. This card did not have an ultra printing, and people hate those gold rares. I hate them. I always cringed because I think this was a prismatic gold. I thought it looked ugly, and I never wanted to play it. Hated playing it. Got a couple of heralds here. Again, like I said, cheaper stuff where we're looking to move out, look to get things that are going to raise value. Don't think these are going to raise value, but Nibiru's, right now, I have a list of high-end cards that I would like to secure a set of. Nibiru is on that list. It's not very high on the list yet because obviously we need 3 of them. And it's not very good right now, which may be a reason to buy it now. But I haven't checked the price. I did have, I think, one about like 8 months ago. I sold it for, I think it shot up. I sold it for like 200, which I think is a good deal considering I think now it's like 160. But it's on the list, but it's not a high priority because honestly, the Prismatic Secret looks just as good. Actually, not just as good, but yeah, you get the point. Again, some stuff that got sold. We have an OTS Time Thief Redoer. Honestly, I had no idea Time Thief Redoer came Prismatic Secret, but I have a soft spot for OTS Supers. I have a playset of Beautiful Princesses, still like a $13 card. These get reprinted, but if it doesn't, cool, we have a pretty expensive rare. I want to move them, to be honest, but honestly, I also really like the Shark deck. I think the Shark deck fits my playstyle. So yeah, I have a playset of Unlid Iblis. These are pretty good. They've gone up in value. I think I got these guys for like 4 or 5 a piece, and I think now they're close to like 14 or something like that. I haven't checked them in a while, but they got a little hype behind them. And Sprite, personally, I'm not a fan, but yeah, they're a cool set to have, and they usually get a double, somebody taking a second look at it just because I have 3 of them. So, have a Secret Foolish. This probably shouldn't be in the binder because I'm probably never going to trade it unless they make an Ulti Foolish. I think this is the highest rarity, I'm pretty sure, unless you consider the Lost art. Personally, I like the original TCG art. The cross, in my opinion, kind of looks, it's a little weird. I like the Tombstone. We have 2 equations. I personally opted to not play this in the build of my MathMex, so they're just in the binder. Probably shouldn't be in there, should probably be with my deck building stuff. I have an extra Super Factorial because I bought a set. Again, this is a card I should probably look to move because it's skyrocketed in value and you're never going to play 3. We have a Collector's Rare Nightmare Phoenix. I just recently got this because it's about $40. And my opinion is those low rarity, or those one-ofs that are a lot of people just have low rarity. It's kind of nice to see the high rarity version, and since they're one-ofs, they usually don't get too expensive. So I think it's a pretty easy, pickup for people that want to start higher end, higher rarity collecting, just like myself. So I picked this up in Nightmare Unicorn. You can get the set for about 100. I think Nightmare Phoenix is pushing 40, and Nightmare Unicorn is about 60. I think it's a good start to high-end collecting. Is get your feet through the door with collector's rares, and I really like how collector rare looks on extra deck monsters. So that's good. We have a Final Sigma. Personally, I don't like the card. I think it's a little over, so it doesn't necessarily need to be in the binder. An extra Laplacian. I ordered this just to make sure I had 2. I know bills were had 2 in them, but personally I like the 1, so we do have an extra of this guy, and then 2 gold rare Alan Bershans, just because I'm hoping that there's other MathMech players that at locals may need to pick these guys up, and they're about $3 a piece. The rest we have Yeamans, just a playset of Yeamans. Probably should be in deck building stuff because you're not really going to trade for these guys. We have a set of foil Summoner's Limit, or Summon Limit. Good, I guess not a bad Floodgate. I mean, if there is a non-bad Floodgate. We have a set of Small Worlds. Pick these up for the MathMech deck. Personally, I might move them. I think they're going to get reprinted in the middle of the month in the Mega 10, and right now they're pushing like $20. I want to like this card so much, but I can't. We have a Kaleidoscope that was damaged out of the pack. I pulled this out of a random pack, and it has these like 2 prongs on it that kind of like show. Can I show you guys? The glare might be too powerful. Yeah, it's got like 2 prongs at the top. So I might just pull this out of the binder and just have this be my play with version or whatever. But it was damaged out of the pack, which is really unfortunate because I pulled it myself. Yeah, we have an extra dark. This is probably our one we'll play, unless we're at a big event or doing a deck profile. We'll swap it out for the Starlight. But for the time being, this is probably our playable version. We have 2 Solomon Great Circles and Triple Tactics. This is the 3rd from the set. I want to upgrade this to Starlight, obviously, but I don't want to also pay $2,000 for a playset. So this might be something that we pick up over time, maybe upgrade to the Secrets. The Secrets I think are like 60 a piece, which all things considered is affordable. Again, it's affordable for in its own context, right? So we might look to upgrade those over time. Who knows? We have a random heavy infantry. Picked this up because I thought maybe Sprites would look to use this with DT Diva to maybe build a Dryden with Cat Shark. Turns out it's not good. Like most, it's just like a win more card. We have some extra Super Poly stuff that probably doesn't need to be in the binder. Again, at this point the binder's pretty empty. There's some random stuff, but it's pretty empty. So we have a long way to go to build this binder out. We have a foreign language Nightmare Unicorn that a buddy of mine sent to me. I don't like foreign language cards. I don't have anything against you if you do, especially now that you can look up translations in the middle of a round. But personally, I think it messes up the flow of the game if you have to have your opponent read a card off their phone rather than just picking up the card. So yeah, at this point, some of the stuff's really random here. I have some stuff that I was testing for my side deck, an extra set of Warlords. I do want to pick these up collector's rare, but again, after the EU Championship, they shot up in price, so it's probably something I should have picked up a couple weeks ago. I have a set of DB2 Solemns. One of my ultimate goals with collecting would be to get the full ulti-rare Solemn Brigade, Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning, and Solemn Judgment. Eventually we'll get there. I think a page like that would be insane, but that definitely will not happen overnight. We also have our D-Barriers that we play. Probably worth picking up the Secrets at this point. I don't think D-Barrier is ever going to go away with the shift of... we've kind of got this resurgence of fusion monsters. It's not... Obviously, I don't know anything, but I would imagine that we're probably due for an XZ archetype. I know Exosisters is an XZ archetype, but they're kind of not good. So I would imagine that in the next couple of sets, we may be getting a revamped XZ archetype. So these might be, I think these will always be relevant, even with Lynx being around. So it's probably worth to pick these up as a little secret. Then we have other extra deck monsters we were testing for MathMech. This is the stuff that I really want to clean up. We have a Secret Rare Appaloosa. Starlight, ultimate goal, obviously, but again, I'm not going to pay $2,400 for a single card, at least not right now. But again, we'll be looking for a good deal. I've seen sales on TCG Player as of late for $1,000. So if we can snipe something like that, it might be worth picking up if we have the income, to the disposable income to do it. But that'll obviously be something special if we do it. It'd be something very special. I was trying this Elfast card, not very good. My Link Disciple, Link Devotee package, cut them, wasn't a fan. Code Talker Inverted, Update Jammer, these type of things. I think there are more win more style cards. Again, as far as binders go, I think the next update, I really want to organize what we have here and get some of these cards that honestly aren't for trade, aren't for show off, get them out of the binder, reorganize, and continue to build it. And then from there, I think we're pretty empty. Again, like I said, this binder has seen a lot of history. There's some random stuff. This is from the old, my old binder organization. I do have a playset of gold Ghost Reapers. This card has always underwhelmed me. Playset of Dark Holes. This stuff we need to get cleaned up. We have a playset of Allures, Arpata Avarice. We have a Secret Monster Reborn, a playset of Unauthorized Reactivation. Probably should have moved this 4 months ago, but again, we weren't organized. We weren't really in the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere, so we were just kind of out there. We have our copy of Imperial Order. Again, this probably needs to get out of the binder, so we'll clean this stuff up. I do have my Dinosaur Core. This, it's sentimental to me. I love that they had reprinted Baby Ceratosaurus finally as a good foil. So this probably will be taken out of the binder. The only thing that was really impressive with the Dinosaur Core was that I got the collector's rare Pankratops, and I've had that for probably going on a year and a half at this point. But we're playing it now, the collector's Pankratops. So honestly, this core it's not very expensive, so it doesn't necessarily need to be in the binder. We do have some extra. I think these are some extra Baby Ceratosaurus. Yeah, I figured they were going to go up over time, but who knows? It really depends on what happens with the dino stuff. And we have OTS Fossil Digs because even though they printed this Ultra, this is the highest rarity version. Can't change my mind. We have secret ABCs. We don't have playsets. We only have 2s because I don't believe in playing the playsets if you play ACs. And we have a playset of Dragon Buster. Our OTS Union hangers go with our OTS Dragon Busters, and a Union Driver, a Torque Tune, and Platinum Gadget, and just some tokens. So this is what the binder looks like currently. It's not very impressive as of yet. I want to make it impressive, so in the next update, I'm buying some cards. They'll come in. We'll see how that looks. I'm going to do some organization with this. I'm hoping to also buy enough of these cheap Magic the Gathering sleeves to fill the whole binder. I think this is going to be my strategy going forward. If you don't like it, let me know. Put something else in, like maybe have a recommendation of how else do you guys organize your binders, or how do you decorate your binders, that type of thing. I've also started, if I have 2 ofs, and used to I do 1/1 and then the third random in the middle. I think this is nicer for the eyes to see both of them on either side. So I'm debating. You'll see here with the gigantic sprites, for instance. I'll move it over here with the sprites and then the thing. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter where I put my cards in the binder, but I want it to look as nice as possible. Just like I said, I want to share the passion. So. Let me know what you guys think of that. What do you guys prefer? It's something that's small, but I think every Yu-Gi-Oh player can relate to it. What do you do when you're putting cards in your binder? And like setting cards aside. Obviously, a lot of people like to split extra deck, main deck, spells, traps, that type of thing. Let me know how you organize your binder, and let's build some nice binders. It's always a fun time, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays, where everybody's buying singles. The art of the binder is a little less important nowadays, and so let's reinvigorate it a little bit and make pretty looking binders to share with us at locals and regionals and things like that. So this is the first update. The next update will probably come in 2 weeks maybe, and hopefully it'll look a little bit nicer and we can start progressing towards a really good collection. Cool. Thanks, guys.